Netflix, the revolution that changed entertainment forever. 1997. A small DVD buy-mail company receives an angry customer complaint about late fees. That complaint sparks an idea that eventually destroys Blockbuster, revolutionizes television, and creates a $230 billion entertainment empire. This is the story of how a simple idea about convenient movie rentals turns into the greatest media disruption of the 21st century. Picture yourself at Blockbuster in the late 90s, searching through aisles of VHS tapes, hoping your movie choice isn't already rented out. Meanwhile, in a small office in California, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph are plotting something revolutionary, a way to rent movies without ever leaving your house. But even they couldn't have imagined how their DVD buy-mail service would evolve into a global entertainment powerhouse that would fundamentally change how humans consume content. The true genius of Netflix wasn't just in eliminating late fees. It was in seeing the future before anyone else did. In 2007, as Blockbuster was still celebrating $5.5 billion in revenue, Netflix made a bet that would seem almost crazy at the time: streaming video over the internet. Remember, this was when most people were still using dial-up connections. The iPhone had just been released. YouTube was barely 2 years old. But here's where the story takes its first dramatic turn. Netflix wasn't actually first to streaming. Companies like Hulu had already started experimenting with it. What Netflix had was something more valuable than being first. They had data. This data would prove crucial in the next phase of Netflix's evolution, the move that would truly shake Hollywood to its core. In 2013, Netflix did something unprecedented. They released all episodes of House of Cards at once. The entire industry laughed. Television was built on the weekly episode model. It was how advertising worked. It was how viewer engagement was maintained. The success of House of Cards wasn't just about changing viewing habits. It was about changing the entire entertainment industry. Netflix committed $100 million to the show without even seeing a pilot. Traditional TV executives thought they were insane, but Netflix's data told them their subscribers would love it. They were right. But the real war was just beginning. As Netflix's success grew, entertainment giants started to take notice. By 2019, a new threat emerged: Disney+. With its vast library of beloved content, Disney was positioned to become a serious challenger. The same year, Apple launched Apple TV+. HBO Max was on the horizon. The streaming wars had officially begun. This is where Netflix's early moves proved crucial. While competitors were just starting to build their streaming infrastructure, Netflix had spent over a decade perfecting theirs. They'd already solved problems their competitors hadn't even encountered yet: how to recommend content effectively, how to minimize buffering, how to handle millions of simultaneous streams. But Netflix's greatest weapon wasn't their technology. It was their willingness to cannibalize their own success. When DVD rentals were still profitable, they pushed streaming. When international licensing deals were lucrative, they bet on global expansion. The numbers tell the story. From 2007 to 2023, Netflix grew from 7.5 million subscribers to over 230 million. They transformed from a content distributor to one of the world's largest content producers, spending more on original programming than any traditional studio. Their viewing data became so valuable that they could predict a show's success before it was even made. Yet, the streaming wars brought new challenges. Disney Plus reached 100 million subscribers faster than anyone expected. HBO Max launched with a powerful library of content. Apple TV Plus began winning major awards. The competition was fierce, but Netflix had one more ace up their sleeve: their international strategy. While U.S. competitors focused on domestic audiences, Netflix was producing content in multiple languages, creating hits like Squid Game, Money Heist, and Dark. They weren't just distributing content globally. They were creating global cultural phenomena. A Korean survival drama could become the most watched show in Brazil. A Spanish heist series could top viewership charts in Germany. But perhaps Netflix's most impressive achievement wasn't in what they built. It was in how they kept adapting. When password sharing became a problem, they found ways to monetize it. When subscribers became price-sensitive, they launched an ad-supported tier. When content costs soared, they developed more efficient production methods. Today, as we stand in the midst of the streaming wars, Netflix's dominance isn't just about their size or their content library. It's about their ability to see around corners, to adapt before they need to change before change is forced upon them. They transformed from a DVD buy-mail company to a global entertainment powerhouse. from a content distributor to a cultural force. The story of Netflix is more than just a business success. It's a lesson in innovation, adaptation, and the power of seeing the future before others do. That angry customer complaining about late fees in 1997 didn't just help create a new company. They helped spark a revolution that would change how billions of people around the world consume entertainment. As we look to the future, the streaming wars are far from over. Disney+, HBO Max, and others continue to gain ground. But Netflix's journey teaches us something important. In the world of entertainment, the winner isn't always the biggest or the strongest. It's the one most willing to disrupt itself before someone else does. And so, as we stream our favorite shows tonight, we're not just watching content. We're participating in a revolution that started with a simple idea. Maybe there's a better way to watch movies than driving to Blockbuster.